Let's do it.
We good? All right. Hey, yo, what's up, son? I played Madden 13 on the Vita for the first time, son. All right. First of all, I got to ask you a question.
Sure.
What was it like working with the Vita and to be able to achieve like console-like graphics on the Vita with a sports game, which is even much more technical because you got all these players on the screen at once that you got to have AI accounted for? You know, what was the process like? Let the fans know because, like, seriously, I played it, and there's some cool things you're going to find out in this interview that's going to blow you away. But before we go there, let's get the answer real quick. So how did it work out?
It's a tough process. Taking a console game, so this is the first handheld we've ever had that is built off our Gen 3 technology. So that's really cool. So if you play DS or anything else, you're getting the old engine. This is the first time Xbox 360, PS3 kind of in the palm of your hand. So yeah, you definitely have to make some sacrifices here and there. So if you zoom in really close to the players, we have to take the poly count down a little bit. They're not quite as detailed. You know, you might not be able to see the whites of their eyes sometimes in certain cases and things like that. But really, I mean, this is about as close to console as you can get on a handheld, and it's been a lot of fun to bring it to everybody. So this is the first unveiling right here today. You're one of the first guys to put your hands on it, actually.
I got my Vita, son. I got my Vita right here, and I cannot wait to have like my own Madden 13 same day release too, August 28th, right?
August 28th, yeah, in stores. So we're real excited about that.
Same day release, son. So I got my Vita, and I'm waiting now. Just to capitalize on what you said in terms of, like, you know, this being the closest thing to consoles. Now, I know this ain't going to be the last we see of Madden 13, you know what I'm saying, on the Vita. But from what you did so far, what you worked with, you know, do you have a sense of where it could go in terms of Madden 14 on the Vita, in terms of the power?
Yeah, you know, obviously we'll keep refining the graphics, get things a little bit better, a little bit closer to console. The big area is kind of on the feature side. So, you know, we do want to do career mode that's in Gen 3, because right now we're based on the Madden 12 franchise mode. Okay. So that's really kind of the feature set we'd be going for next year, and then just trying to keep as close as possible with the console versions. All right,
cool, no problem. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, which is, you know, something that like Sony overall is pushing like real huge, is their online. You know what I'm saying? You obviously got the 3G, you know, version of PS Vitas out there, and we've been waiting for, you know, like a major blockbuster game in our industry to test this out on. So what has it been like? You know, getting the online refinements done for the PS Vita of Madden. How has the games been going online, and what can players expect when they get their hands on it?
Sure. So the game's not done yet. We're still working out some things. Okay. We're not officially supporting 3G play, but we actually hope to have it in there. So, so we'll see. It's still we're still in the final discussions with Sony on just trying to figure out exactly how it'll work and if we're going to be able to deliver that to people. If you play on Wi-Fi, it's going to be a great experience. It's going to be clean, crisp, like you're playing somebody on a console head-to-head. So it's a great experience on Wi-Fi. You know, and that's the main thing, is just deliver that head-to-head competition.
Right, cool. All right, no problem. Now, I understand that there's some things from Madden 12 that's still there, but you guys capitalized. Yeah. Let me tell you what they capitalized on, son. When I was playing, right, I was able to tap L, and when I tapped L, I was able to, on the fly, draw out my play. Now, I know a lot of people may be like, oh, that's gimmicky, or you could do this. I will slap you. I'm going to tell you why I will slap them. Because I just did it, and it got me a touchdown, and I was down 7-0, about to go into the halftime. You feel me? So how did you guys, you know, not only get it to work that well in terms of when you're drawing the play out, but to make the AI really react to what you drew? That's the part that's groundbreaking to me in Madden, you know, on the Vita. So can you explain the process?
Yeah, actually we were prototyping stuff before we ever had the game running. So our developers were working out how to use the touchscreens and what are the cool ways to use the machine, all the features it has, but not make it gimmicky. So like you said, I mean, it's tough sometimes. Sometimes you do stuff a little over the top, it doesn't work out. But we were doing kicking. We did like 5 or 7 prototypes of kicking. We did a bunch of prototypes of how to draw your routes and the call your shots feature. So really, by the time we got the game running, we had a really good idea of what was going to work, even though we were testing it before the game was even working. So really, you know, the call your shots is awesome. You just tap the receiver, you draw any route you want to, and we just got a lot of iteration time way before the game was even running on the Vita. So that was the cool thing.
Now, I got a cool-ass idea for you, simply because it's the Vita version and it's portable. Now, one of the main features about Vita that I really love is the augmented reality feature, right? I think it'd be so cool, right, if you guys had Madden cards, right? Now, you know, back in the day, and even still to this day, you got a lot of fans that collect football cards, just like they got baseball cards and all this other stuff, right? It'd be dope if you guys actually had NFL Madden cards that were augmented reality cards, right? And like, let's say, you know, you're trying to like get special ratings. If you take a, like, let's say you take a picture of it or something like that, and then increase your player's rating or something. Or if you let's say you got a mini game where you got to throw the football and practice on your throws, you could like kind of have like a certain quarterback here, like Joe Montana, or you know, like a certain background of an old game or something, and just film it and play like that. I think these are just some cool ideas to really separate it from the console to make up for the fact that this is the first time being on a, you know, handheld with the game. Have you guys thought about anything like that? You smiling a lot, son. Talk to me. What's up, baby?
A really cool idea. I mean, I think there's a lot more stuff we can do with this going forward. First year for us was just concentrating on the gameplay. We wanted to make the gameplay as tight as possible, make the experience of that console version on the handheld as close as possible. So all our effort went there for this year. I think it's a great idea, you know, bringing over Madden Ultimate Team and being able to do some touch stuff and drag your players onto the field and whatnot. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities, I think, going forward. And we'll start exploring that once we wrap up this game.
No, that's what I'm talking about. So one last question, and this is something I think is very important. Now that you got Madden on the Vita, and now that you guys are starting to come into what the Vita is all about, you know what I'm saying? Like portable but console-like, you know? And like I said, I got my Vita on me. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was playing, you know, Madden 13, you said that you wasn't finished with it yet. There's still some things that you had to polish. So there's a certain smoothness that I'm used to ever since like Madden 12, I would say. There's a certain smoothness that I'm used to. And I want to make sure that that particular smoothness and that polish is in Madden 13. So I know you said you still have more stuff to work on. So in terms of that, is there anything else you kind of like let the fans know that you guys is like working on right now in terms of polishing? So just to kind of ensure that when this game come out, they can really get that experience that they used to at home on the go.
Yeah, you know, that's been our big challenge on the Vita because the hardware obviously isn't as good as a PlayStation 3. So I'm not going to say we're going to get all the smoothest 100% there. We're probably going to have some areas where we might hitch a little bit. You know, our team has done an amazing job of trying to get it as close to the console experience and smoothness. But we probably, you know, on occasion, it's going to slow down a little bit. The processor in there is just not quite as fast. But you're still going to have a great experience. We're working hard to finish it up, and I think you're going to love it when it comes out.
I love it already, and I just scored a touchdown. But so we're going to end it like that. And one thing I want to say to you seriously, like, thank you for such an honest interview. I really appreciate that, because that right there is what's going to make fans want to support you guys even more. And I tell people that all the time. It was a great interview. It was an honest interview. And I played it already. And I'm telling you, it was great. So just, you know, tell them your name, what you do, and just give a shout out to the Hip Hop Gamer Show.
Hey, everybody. I'm Dan Baker, supervising producer on Madden NFL 13 for the Vita, and working on a few other things as well. And I've been with EA since my first version was John Madden Football 96 on the Sega Genesis. So I've been around a little while.
That's my dude. No doubt, son. All right, he's a classic. He's a veteran. And it's a Hip Hop Gamer Show, and we out, baby. Peace. Yo, that was sick. Oh, man, thank you so much, man.